Hey everyone, it's me Kim from Fragrancy blog, and today I'm going to talk about creepy perfumes. And I had this idea for a video where I should talk about fragrances that really remind me of something out of a horror movie or something I've written in a book. Creepy perfumes. Um, well, all these fragrances really made me think of something creepy or scary, or I don't know. I'm a very how do I say that, visual person. So when I smell something, I always get like images or colors into my head. Yeah, I just wanted to share that, and please let me know in the comments if you have the same sensation with some fragrances, or maybe you have a completely different sensation with one of these fragrances I'm going to talk about. I would love to know that, but this is just my own personal experience when I smell these fragrances, and I really did my best to find images next to the perfume so I can make it more visual for you guys. So it's raining outside right now. Maybe you can hear it in the background, but it really sets the mood for this video. I'm going to start with a perfume I have myself, and I've smelled all of these fragrances. Some of them I own, some of them I used to have a decant of. So yeah, in case you are wondering, yes, I smelled everything myself. The first perfume I want to talk about is Anjali Mumbai by Givenchy. This is how it looks like. I think this is the best one out of the Anjali Mumbai line, next to Lange Noir. But that one is a lot more on the almondy side. It's more like, I would say that, seductive and sexy. This one definitely has some kind of creepy vibe going on. The first time I smelled it, I think it was 4 years ago. I don't know. This, to me, would be like the perfect God fragrance. It's such a mysterious perfume, but also very seductive. It's definitely oriental, so if you are not into oriental scents, you probably won't like this. To me, this is just, I don't know, like I said, I will put the images in my screen so you can see what the vibe is I get from this, and I just think it's a really interesting, beautiful perfume. I don't know many people that wear this, to be honest. I have this huge bottle, 100 ml, and I have not finished it at all, and I've been wearing it so much. But this is an easy perfume because all the other ones are a little bit more difficult to wear. So I would say this is the easiest one to wear in this creepy perfumes list. But it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't smelled it, and to me it's the perfect God fragrance. Coffee? The next fragrance is something that is not a surprise. It's this one. It's Zoologist Beth. What can I say about it? I've said so many things about Beth on my YouTube channel. I made a separate video about this fragrance in the past, so I will link it below. To me, this is it's just a masterpiece. It's very difficult to wear. It's such an unusual perfume. You hate it or you love it. But to me, this is just like, if Dracula would have a fragrance, then this would be the one. There's a banana note in this, mixed with like moss, and it's, I don't know, it just gives it that very, I wouldn't say rotten because it sounds very negative, but it gives it that creepy, mysterious vampire vibe, and I absolutely love it. I don't wear this one that much. When I bought it 2 years ago, I expected myself to wear it a lot more, but I really noticed that my environment it really hates it when I wear this. So I only wear this on like Halloween, or when I really feel like, when I feel dark, if that's the right way to say that. But it's definitely a fragrance I absolutely love. It's one of my holy perfumes in my fragrance collection. Also because I don't know, I just put so much effort in getting this. So Zoologist Beth. It's a vampire scent. Now another fragrance I used to have a bottle of, but I gave it away a long time ago because I didn't wear it. But it's definitely the scent of a funeral, and it's Lush, Death and Decay, or Decay. This perfume just really takes me back to the funerals and cremations I've been to in my life. It's not really like a good feeling to talk about. That's one of the reasons why I gave it away. But it's definitely a perfume that I appreciate because it really captures that moment of saying goodbye to someone. And it's mainly because in the perfume there are a lot of white flowers, like lilies, or flowers that are used on funerals or cremations. And I don't know, I just really get a bad vibe when I wear that. And I just think about someone that passed away. So it's not a scent for me. It's still available at Lush, by the way. I smelled it 2 weeks ago when I went into the new Lush store. But I don't know, I just can't handle it. I just really get the same old images in my head. So it's not something I like to think about that much, but it's definitely a creepy scent. And it really just makes me think of like funerals. It's just not a good vibe. So that's definitely one for in this video. Another fragrance, and I was thinking so long about this, if I should include it or not, but I decided to include it, and it's by Ineke. And I have this scent in the scent library I bought 4 or 3 years ago. And let me think. There is this perfume called Scarlet Larkspur. It's this one. And it's just one of these perfumes that for some reason gives me kind of creepy vibe. I'm trying to find the card it belongs to. It really reminds me of like how do I say that? Also something that is linked to vampires, but like a female vampire. In like a bedroom with dark, deep red satin sheets, very cold. She's having a glass of wine. Just something that is not very appealing. It's just a really strange perfume. And I noticed that there's red wine in this perfume as well, next to blood orange, red currant, cherry, nutmeg, saffron, tonka bean and bourbon vanilla. I think it's a really beautiful scent, and I used to wear it in the past. I think I wore it like 2 times when I look at the little bottle. But it's just, I don't know, every time I smell this perfume I think of like the whole scene I just described. So it's definitely one of the creepy perfumes in my list. But I'm not sure how many people will actually like this, because it's a little weird. So that's that. Coffee time. Alright, the next fragrance is something I only have a decant of, and it's Rouge, Bunny Rouge Incognito. It looks like this. It's a very strange perfume. They say that it's incognito behaves like a flash storm in perfect skies. A fragrance bomb that's unleashed with passion and purpose. So I have to smell it again, but I lost this sample, by the way. I really did my best to find it for this video. Yeah, this is more like a male fragrance, and this is how I would describe a mysterious, creepy forest. Still a little fresh, but for me this is like how I would imagine. Okay, this is going to sound really weird, but I was playing Diablo, the game, a long time ago, and there was this part in the game that you were walking through some kind of graveyard in a forest, and then you had to enter a cathedral. This is the perfume that should belong to that. It's a very... I really like it, by the way, but it's more on the male side. I think it's a very interesting winter kind of scent. It's very cold, yet a little warm, and you can definitely smell pine needles, and there's also something like animalic in this scent I really like. It's a lot fresher than I would expect, but the dry down was pretty warm. But yeah, it really reminds me a little of Diablo. Fragrance, and this perfume is still on my list. I still want to have it, but I think I will have like the same experience with the perfume like I have with Zoologist Beth, because I already know people are going to hate me for it. And it's Orisa Allegron Chypre Mousse. And this is a fragrance I smelled 3 years ago for the first time. Someone from Fragrancy sent me a decant. The first time I smelled it, oh my god, I was just it really got me for some reason. It's a very earthy, like swampy kind of scent, like a swamp in the rain. It's a very, how do I say that? I find it so difficult to really describe the feeling I get. That's why I use the images. It's just how I would describe a swamp at midnight, 3 o'clock, maybe with some zombies or something. It's a very, I don't know, it's a little bit nasty. It also has a little bit of a mud scent to it. But on the other side, it's so good. It's so well done. And I just really appreciate weird perfumes. I don't know, I really see them as a form of art. And this one definitely belongs to the creepy perfume list. These were my creepy perfumes. Maybe I'm going to do another one in the future, but for now these are the most creepy ones, the ones I really get like images in my head. And I really enjoyed doing this video. I think it's another take on fragrance reviews, if you guys know what I mean. Let me know in the comments if you like this, and I'm going to film a lot more videos today, because I noticed that I just really, I get a lot of good energy from making content, and I'm so happy that I finally found motivation and the time for it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye bye.